I'm not trying to spread misinformation. I'm not trying to tell you guys wrong. In all honesty, I just messed up. I wasn't thinking. I'm so excited about putting these bars on that I probably ordered the wrong bushings. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. What's up, all my beautiful YouTube family? Welcome back to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. Yes, you heard correctly. We're going to take off the stock 2024 bars and replace it with another set of roadglide bars, but these are the roadglide CVOST bars. Now, I said 24, but anything from 23 and a half up will fit these bikes, obviously. Now, these are a little bit different because you have a 6-inch riser compared to, I think, 3 on this regular roadglide, and the bar is a little bit shorter. But I think this is going to give me the aggressive look and feel that I'm after. At the end of last week's video, I showed you guys that I'd bought some solid riser bushings. These are actually Kodlins, and they came from JP Cycles. Now, JP Cycles says that these will fit, that they are a direct fit for my 24 roadglide. But I have some questions. I have some concerns for sure. This is the stock CVOST bushing that came out of these bars. As you can tell between the two, the Kodlins are short and fat, and the CVOSTs are long and skinny. The CVOST actually is about, I would say, 3/4 of an inch to an inch taller, and it actually fits inside the little spacer. However, these do not fit inside the spacer. So yeah, we'll figure it out, I guess. We'll see which one works. But listen, guys, this isn't going to be a full-on detailed video. I'm not going to go into great steps how to take all of this apart, and there's no need in it. There's thousands of other videos out there that are going to do way better justice than what I can do. What we will do is our thing, what we always do, and of course I'll bring you guys along. I do want to pass along a few tips and tricks to help you with the process, to keep you from having a bad day. Now, the first one is have some sort of covering that you can put over this tank. Listen, if it can happen, it will happen. There'll be a bolt fall, these bars will fall, it's going to scratch or dent the paint. You don't want that. Now, this second one, you don't have to do, but it's definitely going to help with the old back. And if you're getting older like me, you need all the help you can get with your back. Jack that front end up just a smidge, just enough to get that front tire up off the ground to where these bars move freely. You're going to be down on the ground most of the time trying to remove those riser bushing bolts. If you can move those bars from down there, it would definitely be much easier than trying to come back and forth. Lastly is to remove that main fuse. These bikes are finicky. If you start messing with the lighting or any of the wiring, it's possible that it could throw some sort of code, and then you got to take it to the dealership, and that's another day that you don't need. We have 2 T27s, one right here and one on the other side, one for the throttle cable and one for the clutch. We have 3 plugs that we need to remove, and you just unplug those, you know, push in and pull out. And then we have a ground on this side that we need to remove. Other than that, we're about ready to remove these bad boys. After taking all this apart, I realized that I told you guys wrong. And I'm not trying to spread misinformation. I'm not trying to tell you guys wrong. In all honesty, I just messed up. I wasn't thinking. I'm so excited about putting these bars on that I probably ordered the wrong bushings. They're the right bushings, but they're the wrong bushings for me. So I told you guys that these stock bushings seem to be about 3/4 of an inch, almost an inch bigger, or right at an inch bigger than these solid bushings. And that this washer wouldn't fit over top of these bushings. They're not going to, because we do away with that washer. We do away with all of that. These become the washer and they can become the bushing. So in other words, these go in place of your bushing, your stock bushing, and that washer. They lay down on top of the triple trees. Your risers go on top of those. You go from the bottom, put the next bushing on, and the only thing that you reuse is your stock bolt. I should have ordered polyurethane or something with polyurethane, but I wasn't thinking. I was so excited about putting these bars on. I seen solid mount, yes, click, buy here. Well, it bit me right square in the butt. So a quick plan of what's going on. We're not going to use these. These are going to go in a drawer somewhere, and who knows, I may use them in the future, or somebody I ride with may need them and want to use them. We're going to leave the stock bushings where they are. We're going to put some grease in there, some good grease that's made for rubber, and then we're going to reassemble these new 6-inch risers. We're going to come back over here to the table. We're going to disassemble the wiring out of these bars, and then we're going to put the wiring back in the new bars and reassemble everything. Sound like a plan? Let's get it done. As you may or may not be able to tell, it's a couple of days later and we still haven't got anything accomplished. Well, I can't really say that. We actually do have a lot accomplished, but we've went forward and we're going to have to go all the way back to the beginning. And here's why. Those bars and risers are killer looking. They look amazing. They feel amazing if you're a taller person. I'm 5'8.5", 5'9.5" on a good day. Those bars and risers push me forward. Literally, I'm stretching for all it's worth, and I'm about that far away from the backrest and still reaching. So yeah, that's not going to work for me. So I had the idea, okay, let's put my stock bars with the risers. And right here's what you have. It looks killer. I like it. I have it set for me. It feels great. It's probably one of the best setups that I've ever felt, in all honesty. But none of my stuff's gonna work. None of my cables, it's all wrong. So I'm not gonna worry about cable extensions. I'm not gonna do all of that. I've been there and done that in the past. And to me, you just run into a lot of problems. It's you do that. Good on you, but that's not for me. So unfortunately, we gotta go right back to the beginning. Take all of this back apart and put it back to stock. But I know what I told you guys earlier, but we are gonna go ahead, once we put this back to stock, is go ahead and use those solid riser bushings. Get it done, get it out of the way, get it over with, and just is what it is. Unfortunately, it happens that way sometimes, guys, and you know, what do you do? Do you ever have one of those days, possibly one of those weeks? Well, that's definitely been me, especially with this bike this week with this video. But I want to thank you guys because you helped me and you don't even realize it. We went live, it wasn't too long ago, but it lasted 30, 45 minutes. We really didn't talk about anything specific, you know, motorcycles and rallies and possibly a meetup sometime soon. But you don't know how much that truly helped me. Helped me to get out of this funk and helped me to get motivated to get this motorcycle finished and realize that the situation really isn't as bad as I think it is. The situation really wasn't that bad to begin with. It was just more aggravating. More aggravating that I've took the time and done all the things that I've done to try to improve this motorcycle. And I feel like I went backwards in this week's video. But you know, in all reality, we got two good things that came out of this. One, I've got solid riser bushings in this now, so don't have to mess with that, even though we went back and forth in this video about even putting them on. And secondly, I've got most of my wires tucked into bars, so there's always a positive in behind all that negative. I have a few adjustments to make to get everything back the way I like it, but if you don't ever try something, you don't never know. So get out of your comfort zone, get up off the couch, and do something. Fam, that's all I've got for you for this week's video. I know it's a debacle, it's a mess, but that's what you learn to love here at the Bad LSX Garage. I love each and every one of you, and I truly mean that. Until next week, are you ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.